What's up, my beautiful butterflies? Welcome back to my channel. If you're not yet a beautiful butterfly, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn your post notifications on, and do not miss an upload every time your girl upload. How you guys doing today? I'm doing well. I'm doing better, way better. I was gonna say more better, but I'm doing way better. Today is a story time video. As you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be eating because I didn't have anything to eat really today. I had like little snacks, but I really didn't eat anything because I've been trying to get ready. You read the title. I added a little clip in before I start talking about what I'm gonna start talking about. So we're gonna just hop straight into it. I don't have any right way to say what I'm about to say, so just try to bear with me. Okay. I was 16 years old, and if I know I'm all smiles right now, but there's no correct way to approach this kind of topic. If you are 16, I highly recommend you just focus on your schoolwork, and all of that will come later. Like, I promise you, you are not missing anything. I wish I would have waited. At the time, I was messing with a 19-year-old. He was 19, yeah. And I met him in middle school. Started to go to the school in 6th grade. You know, typical teenager, acne, stuff like that. Didn't look how I look now. Whew, thank God. Thank the Lord. Because I was choppy. Like, don't get me wrong, I had nice features, but I had like still the baby fat on me, the acne, like I said, like growing into who I'm becoming now. Eyebrows do not look like this. They look like blocks.
If you don't know me, I'm M to the B.
Didn't know anything about foundation, concealers like that. Like, no, I didn't know anything about lace frontals, nothing. Like, this activity kind of like class, like I'll see him around. I'm going to name him Henry. In 8th grade, or I believe I think he was in like 8th grade, because he was up there with the older kids. Or I was in 7th grade. I think I was in 7th grade and he was in 8th grade. He was about to leave the school soon. We had like this activity where you can, I think, pick what you want to do, or they'll choose it for you. Me and my friends signed up for line dancing, and he was in it. Or he'll sit and like he'll be sitting watching. And, you know, he wasn't checking for your girl, because like I said, I was considered like a little baby or whatever to the 8th graders. Like, they wouldn't really take you serious like that, you know. It's like when you go to high school, it's like when you're a freshman and the seniors, like, you know, it was kind of like that. And at the time, his girlfriend was in line dancing too. Mind you, we will all get on the bus with each other. They'll be in the back, I'll be in the middle of the bus. You know, I wasn't about to be sitting all the way in the front of the bus. At her stop, going to her house. He wasn't all that, but to me at the time, he was all that. I believe he was like a senior. I really don't even know. I wasn't keeping up with what he was doing like that, like where he was in the grade of like school, if he was done. I don't know. But we had each other on Facebook. You know, your girl kind of blew up, started talking. And he's telling me how I look good. I'm telling him, you know, you look good too, whatever. We wasn't talking like freaky or anything like that at that point. He'll say stuff like, oh, when you're gonna come see me, trying to really get me, but he got me. I was like, I don't know. And then like, you know, he'll still keep the conversation, trying to like talk to me, not pressuring me into anything. So he'll put on movies and things like that, but we wouldn't like do anything. And we'll probably like kiss each other, that's it. But we wouldn't do anything. So I heard that my friend ended up losing hers. And she was telling me how it was so great, how she felt after all this. So soaking that up at a young age, you're going to feel kind of peer pressured into trying to experience what that is like curious to know, okay, I want to try it out and do it. So that's how I was feeling. And you know, hormones and stuff pumping up around that age, I was like, yeah, I think I want to do more than just kissing and see where it goes from there, see how it is. Before I even get into all of that, what did I name him? Henry? Okay. Henry was talking to other females and he was telling me how he wanted to be serious with me. He was just like trying to get inside the drawers slowly, which it worked if that's what he was trying to do, and talk to me. And at the time, you know, a lot of hormones and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out who I am as a person, growing, experiencing certain things. So I was like, yeah, I'm feeling you too a lot. We started to talk. And of course, because I wasn't giving anything up yet, who knows what he was doing with other females. Like, I don't know, okay? I was 16. I didn't know any better like that. Wasn't giving anything up. Of course, he's going to be doing different things with different females, and he's not going to tell me. Like, he wasn't going to tell me anything but what I wanted to hear, and it worked. I think his ex at the time, I don't know if she was at his house or she had his password. She messaged me because I guess she seen us talking or whatever on Facebook, and she was like, that's why I'm at his house right now, laid up with him, da 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 da, you look stupid. Like I mentioned this before, I'm sure, in the past story time. So then I messaged back, I was mad or whatever, and he was like, oh, my ex has my password. She's just mad because she seen us talking. Okay. Moving past that point, after school came and he told me like, oh, to get off this stop where the train station was and he'll meet me. So that's what he did. I got off at the stop. I seen him at the train station, hugged him and stuff. Then we started to walk to his house. So he was walking, this and that, boom, went inside. And his mom wasn't home. His like grandmother was home. So, oh man. Ooh. Okay. Bringing back like different memories from when she was in the house. Okay. I'll get to that point. We go in the house. We go in the house, right? And, you know, it's the typical thing where he always telling me like he missed me and stuff like that, and how he want to be with me, do. We kiss and stuff, watch Netflix. And before things start to get intense from like, you know, kissing and stuff, he kind of like grabs my pants as we're into it, and then he stops and he's like, do you want to? I'm like, yeah. He's like, are you sure? Like, you sure you want to? I stop and think for like a minute because I was a little virgin, okay? And I'm like, yeah. Then we start to get into that. He grabs the big C, big condom or whatever. And this is like kind of weird talking on my channel about this. He zoop, but not like zoop like quick, like no, it wasn't like that, but zoop, you get the idea. Zoop. And he made me feel comfortable. I just felt pressure. It didn't hurt, you know. We're into it, and then it's happening, whatever. And then after we're done, I get dressed, and you know, we kind of watch the show that was on for like 20 minutes, and then I get ready to leave because I'm ready to go. And his mom was about to be home, so I don't know if she knew he was having company. I don't know. His mom was about to be home, and I didn't want to, like, you know, get home late because my mom didn't even know where I was. She didn't even know I was doing that. So I left, got home, told my friends, like, I just did that. She's like, you're lying. I'm like, no. And she's like, OMG, with who? And then I told her with Henry. She's like, oh, really? Like, she was surprised that I pulled him or whatever. I'm like, yeah, with him. We're talking and doing this. She's like, wow, that's crazy. We're just talking about it. And when I get home, I noticed, like, you know, because popped it, you know, I have like a little blood or whatever. And I felt, from there on out, I felt different. Like, I felt different. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're around the age of 15, just 16, you're not missing anything. It's nothing special, honestly. It's not. At the time, I thought it was, but I just knew right after that I felt different. Like, I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel pure anymore. It's hard to explain that. Like, what do you mean you didn't feel pure? I did not feel pure anymore. Like, I felt regular. I felt basic. Like, if I could go back, I wish I didn't do that, but I wish I should have waited, because literally you're not missing anything. I don't know how to explain it. You're just not missing out on anything. And after that, I felt different. Like, it was a moment of excitement, but then it didn't last. Like, it was just, all right, whatever, I did it. I know I feel differently. After that, we were speaking. Like, he wasn't acting strange or anything. We were speaking, and I would go over his house, you know, often. We'll do that. I'll keep doing it with just him, because, like, you know, he took it. And I started to catch feelings for him. Then I don't know if he was catching feelings for me or whatever. But I know he was still doing whatever he was doing. This time I didn't know he was doing whatever he was doing, or kind of still talking to females. Like, I was believing what he was saying, because young-minded, 16. So I believed it was just me and him. And we would get into little arguments or whatever, because I would tell him, like, all right, we keep doing this, we're not labeled as anything, and we'll get into arguments like that. Because he'll be like, oh, I'll make you my girlfriend at the right time, having me really believe that. So I'll be getting annoyed by it, because it's like, all right, you're making up all these excuses. What's going on? Like, you just want this, like, that's all I feel like we're doing. He'll say, when I'm ready, I'll do it at the right time. So I told him, like, you know, I'm not gonna wait for you. He was like, all right. Found out from a picture on Facebook he took with his ex in his room. She had no shirt on. She was like turned to the back. He took the picture in the mirror. Like, he had the phone. She was like holding him, and it was showing her back. And at the time, she had like a little back tattoo, and her hair was pushed to the side like mine. And that's all you seen was her back, and you seen him. He had his hands wrapped around her, and he took the picture. And I was upset. But at the time, we stopped speaking, because I told him, you know, I'm not going to wait for you. be no dummy. And then I guess they stopped speaking at one point, and then me and him started to speak again. And this just kept happening on and off. One time his door was cracked open and his grandmother was in the house. And he had no show playing on the TV, like it stopped. Your door's cracked open, your grandmother's there. He wasn't dealing with anyone at the time anymore. And when I was like, how long did it take for him to make me his girlfriend? I believe when I finally turned 18, or I was 19, I guess. And he finally decided to make me his girlfriend. I believe it didn't even last a week, because I was just realizing, like, he finally put me as his cover photo on Facebook. I just got to a point where, because the relationship didn't even last like a whole week, I was just like, do I really want this? Like, it's been so long for you to realize, to finally take me serious, to realize that I've been there for you, to realize that, to finally try to see my worth. I've been chasing after you for so long, and it's like, do I even really want this anymore? Because I had to chase you for so long, and when I finally have it, it's like, I don't want it. Like, I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, guys, but it's been happening for so long. I've been dealing with him for so long, putting up with his selfish ways, putting up with him dealing with different females, not trying to take me serious. And to finally have you now, it's like, I don't even want the relationship. And I told him that. I should have just left him alone. I should have never, like, tried to get back with him, because after that, he had a whole female literally right after. He got a whole new relationship. I was trying to tell him how I felt about him, and he was like, well, you know, I'm dealing with someone now in a whole relationship. Now thinking about it, it's like, how did you instantly, right after we broke up, how did you instantly get into another relationship? You've been talking to this person. So, you know, things happen for a reason. They ended up having a kid together. Currently, I don't know if they're still together, but they have a kid together. Probably like a couple of months ago, he tried reaching out to me, tried to come over, catch up, stuff like that. But when me and him was together, we would get like intimate and stuff like that, and I didn't want that to happen, because it's like, you have a whole kid now. I remember when you basically shot me down and you got right into a relationship instantly. But if you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. We will be back with more videos very soon. This was just interesting to talk about. We will be back with more videos very soon, my beautiful butterflies. If you're not yet a beautiful butterfly, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, turn your post notifications on, and do not miss an upload every time I upload. About to finish my food.